How's everybody doing? I'm going to do another quick lesson type video here. After just recording that one boring exercise to build dexterity, I decided to add another exercise that is slightly more complicated but also very good to build dexterity and something to work on. So nobody showed me this one, but this is actually lifted straight from what I could gather from the Dorje Aromancy guitar solo by Rabia Masad. Rabia is one of my favorite players. He has some really outside the box patterns and shapes which are really cool. And in the solo for Aromancy, he does a pattern that, to the best of what I can tell, is something like although I'm not in the same tuning, obviously it's going to sound really weird, but I have actually taken that pattern and used it in other applications when practicing. And sometimes I will just run up the entire neck, like because it's such an unorthodox and chaotic sounding sort of chromatic ascending pattern. So to bring it all the way back to the first fret so that we can run it up the neck as an exercise, we're going to use the first fret, first finger on the second string. This exercise uses the second and third strings only, which is important because there's a specific interval between those strings that you're not going to get in other positions. So you begin with a hammer on and pull off from the first to the second fret with your first and second finger on the second string. Then you will hammer on your third finger to the third string on the fourth fret here. And then as you're doing that, you're going to move your first finger to the second fret on the third string so that you can get ready to pull that off, which is going to be. And I think the way that this is done is there's only a single downstroke of picking every time you move. So it goes. So it's a lot of sort of hammer-ons and pull-offs with your left hand. So here's where we are. Then you're going to hammer on your third finger back onto the fourth fret. So this is the nature of the shape of it. And that's really the entire pattern played one time in one spot. So that's weird. And just played in one spot like that, it doesn't sound like much of anything. But as you progress that one fret at a time up the fretboard, chromatically, it gets this really cool hectic chromatic nature to it, which sounds like. And it kind of goes a lot smoother the faster you go. I'm trying to do this like at a sort of a teaching speed, but basically take that first pattern again, that's not a pattern that I do very often, but I do sometimes throw that in if I'm practicing, if there's a spot where it seems fitting, because I think it's a good tool to use for your finger dexterity, and it's something that's very sort of unorthodox. I mean, it's just weird. So I hope you guys liked that video and some of you found it helpful if you're a guitarist out there. If you liked the video, don't forget to share it and subscribe. Turn on notifications to all, and I will see you guys next time.